Because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
That was great.
Cut. From the beginning, there was always a master plan of this story. The fact that people responded to the first movie and fell in love with these characters means the world to all of us. But deep down, we knew that this was always going to be a bigger story.
I know that we put our hearts and souls into this, and this is sort of like the culmination of a lot of hard work and a lot of love.
We did really spend 5 years with this, so to be approaching part 2, which is kind of the final chapter, really quite emotional.
We wanted the stakes to be higher, the scope to be bigger, the emotions to be deeper.
And I love the challenge of being able to tell a story in what's not said.
We're gonna dance. Just wait, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. I can feel it. Wicked for Good is where it all comes together, where it all smashes into a bigger thing than just Ascension. It's a reveal of the power of when we all can come together and tell a story. And in my opinion, that's the whole reason that you make Wicked in the first place. You gotta wow people on both movies, and the architecture of them has to be very sound about where you're getting intimate with the material and where you're blowing it up.
For me, it was a little bit difficult, but I think also very helpful, because knowing where she was going to end up helped to inform where she started.
To be able to bounce back and forth between the two worlds, that's just a huge shift. When a schedule change happened, I had everything I needed in my emotional toolbox ready. I was not expecting that.
But we had a lot of help from John to make sure that we moved through them incrementally. We weren't jumping from one to the other into the extremes. We sort of made our way through a lot of one before we started to embark on 2.
It was a very technical process at certain points, and we couldn't let that technical part of it drag what we actually had to do, which was the emotional part of it.
And that's really what's exciting about Wicked for Good, is that everything gets answered, and it takes familiar characters on very unexpected but very satisfying journeys.
We get to build off of this relationship that we worked so hard in movie 1 to create. I hope that you love Glinda and Elphaba so much that in movie 2, them trying to get back together in some way, even if the fates don't allow that, it creates a reflection of real life. What happens when you have to tell your own story.
At the beginning of Wicked Part 2, we find Elphaba, the Wicked Witch, living on her own out in the woods somewhere in the land of Oz.
She's been Maud the Wicked Witch for some time, and she's sort of living with that in a lonely way. And there are lots of times when filming was just me on my own on a set. And that can be quite difficult because you don't necessarily have anyone else to bounce off of, and you have to sort of find the inspiration within the walls of where you are.
Is this the right mark? Can you be on your mark? Let's
She's really vulnerable. She wears her heart on her sleeve, so is prone to getting hurt. And when she does get hurt, she covers.
Glinda, on the other hand, her journey is so important to this. So we had to add her side. Why is she happy doing this? What gives her satisfaction? She's balancing this act of Elphaba's out there and she wants to protect her, but she's gonna move on with her life.
Glinda starts in a very, prim and proper and rigid sort of place.
Roll camera, please. Roll.
Pink and frilly and very controlled. Rolling. Trying to kind of showcase passing of time in every single detail that you can. The costumes, the hair, the makeup, your body language, your vocal placement, the fragrances I used to come to set. Everything kind of counts. This is my wig prep. Oh, here she comes. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. I'm older Glinda today, huh? Yeah. I can tell by the way the curls are set. It's a fun thing to go back and forth on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're in school, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's years later and you're a completely different woman.
Then there's the physical weight of, oh my God, we're gonna shoot 2 movies at the same time. How do I track where each character is? But in the end, for me and the actors, it was, okay, where are you in your headspace? What do you know and what do you not know yet?
Filming film 1 and Wicked for Good together, it definitely presented some challenges, but I really wanted to make sure that 1 had a lot of hope in it, that there was sort of more brightness in 1 so that we had somewhere to go.
We have started.
Crack that mold. We're about to go in. A totally new outfit. She came out with this yesterday. Put it together. That
new hair
new
today.
Hair.
Didn't know it was going to happen, but it happened.
New powers.
New day.
New day.
I knew I wanted a development from film 1 into film 2. I wanted it to become a little darker, a little bit more grown. She is matured.
3, 2, 1, art!
We tried to make sure that as we moved into Wicked for Good, even her flying skills started to get much better, that she really lived the flying, so she knew how to come in and go out and leave and doesn't necessarily need to be on the broom to fly. At one point we're standing on the broom, sort of like skating on it. There's just like loads of different ways that we try to enhance the way she uses magic.
Get in it. Cheat this one up. We have 5,700 more to do. We've got so much, but it's great. I'm really excited.
I can go now.
You can go now.
It's a great movie, guys. I promise.
Done. You're all done with us. Thanks for a little bit. For now.
It's not for the faint-hearted. She landed these big jumps on a hard surface perfectly every time. And then we obviously have to try it in the costume shoes.
Nice of you to drop it in.
I try my best.
Cynthia, she could run a marathon in high heels. I mean, I've never seen anyone like it.
These are Elphaba's boots too, and they're a 4-inch heel without a platform, which is why I try and move in them, fight in them, because it means that I don't have to get used to it on the day. And it's the same with this. They don't come off in between. Yeah.
One of my favorite things about Glinda is tracking her growth from the very beginning of Wicked to the end of Wicked for Good, because she is constantly searching for that meaning of goodness.
You all shouldn't be so scared. That's a general note for all of you.
Now get back to work!
Get back to work.
Fellow Aussians, good news. Now at last, all roads lead to the wizard. Oh, what a celebration we'll have today. Let's have a celebration. Thank Goodness is my favorite song that Glinda gets to sing. It's definitely the song that I feel most connected to.
Okay, so guys, listen up, please.
It's a deeply conflicted space, I think, Fiyero's in at the beginning of the film. And he's sort of living in a state of quiet rebellion. He's playing a part, really, holding the line, and he's waiting for the right moment to act. Fiyero and Glinda, the two of them coming together, it's really an act of propaganda to bring the nation together, and also to the vilification of Elphaba is also another clever tactic to draw allyship to the state and to the government.
It's the Wicked Witch! Take cover!
Here we go.
Good morning!
And so what you see is that sort of open-faced brightness that you get in film 1 on Elphaba becomes a lot darker. You have a darker shade of green on her lips, you have more freckles. And I thought it was really important for you to be able to see her arms and her legs and her midriff, so that you know that green, it doesn't just stop after the clothes come on. It really is her reality. Even things like the braids, they're very tidy in film 1. And a lot of the styles that she has in 2 is just down. It's all like loose and free. It's wild.
These wigs are very specifically made for me because I have a tiny, tiny, tiny
Very
pea-sized
small
head.
head.
We've argued about it back and forth because I refuse for it to be any smaller. She said it was 51 3/4.
Quarters.
I say it's 52 because I will not have a child-sized head.
Many of the changes are, that they are maturing as women. They're realizing who they are and what their own clothing sensibility is. You've got Elphaba who's living in a nest, but she's definitely in control of how she is going to present. So she hasn't let go of who she was. It's really just mutated into more of who she is and wants to be. She's been flying all through Oz, and her clothing has started to distress. It started to fall apart. And you see the remnants of her dress that we ended the first film in. It's become kind of a tunic. And then her hat has become more dramatic as well. We made the brim just slightly bigger. We made the peak just a little bit taller. It feels more solidly her.
She's alive.
She's been living in a lair that's really very much her. It's very organic. I loved shooting in that space because it very much was hers. It's built from her.
In the script, it's written as like a grotto, like in the earth. But we thought if she flies, wouldn't she go where nobody is? So we brought her into the trees in this beautiful sort of nest, as I call it.
Everything in her lair is in its sort of natural order. It told a story of rebellion and survival, and it was so brilliantly immersive. There's a shot following Fiera just taking it all in, and what a privilege to come and support Cynthia anyway, but then also an actress who is so aware and making decisions that permeate everything that you see on screen.
It ended up being sort of a 2-level space in like the most glorious treehouse you could ever experience, and it just was sort of this wonderful place for creating and making magic.
We spend so much time with this material rehearsing and of course like reading it, thinking about it, and trying to understand it and find new meanings for every single line and every beat and every moment. But sometimes when you step onto set, things take on a new meaning even in the moment that you didn't realize. And so did my bubble platform. I remember the first time I saw it. It made me so emotional. Everything made me cry, but that was just such a beautiful thing.
It's a couch. It's like a little couchy.
Safety padding in case you fall back.
Lord knows I need it.
She's got 2 bubble dresses. The first one that we've been introduced to is the pink one. The second version is much more lavender, has kind of a watery feel to it, was a different kind of iridescence. And it gives it a magical quality. As you might seeing a bubble kind of softly twist and the light changes in a different way as it's moving through space.
It's not just clothing, it's not just a wand, it's a character, and she's kind of discovering, oh, does this have to evolve? We're in the Wizards.
Yeah.
Palace.
Palace room.
Work room.
Yeah.
And he is.
We are
trying to court her. I love courting Elphaba. One of my favorite things to do is like try to get her to do things with me, and we are trying to court her into joining us, to be a part of the team again, because things could be so wonderful if we were just together.
It would be wonderful if we were together. I don't know how wonderful it would be with the wizard.
Elphaba coming back to the wizard, we wanted to make sure wonderful wasn't just a thing where the wizard gets to play and then we just expect Elphaba to believe it. I mean, if we've set up, she has plans to bring out the truth and that she's freeing animals, she wouldn't just be convinced by him.
Like, no, I understand that. Now let me explain. I just think continuing to build that. I think it is
not as if maybe abandon that idea of, oh, she's closed the door. It's not a negotiation anymore.
I had a hunch you'd be coming back to me.
I'm here for Oz.
Elphaba, you know, you could have just exited normally. Just use the door.
In the show, Glinda's not in this song, and I was so excited when it was pitched to me that it was going to be Glinda and the wizard trying to convince Elphaba to stay and to be a part of the team.
And I think for a small moment, Elphaba is charmed by it and is tempted to fall in line to get that back.
The first part is in my workshop control room, so-called, and I've got, it's a wonderful set. We take you behind the wizard's head. I've got a whole room, and boy, the detail of all the things I've had in the 20th century, which is being kind of invented there, and my toys and my trains and my wonderment and my tinkerings and my eyeballs and my head and what I do behind the head and the gears.
I really wanted Jeff to have a moment to show all the glory of the wizard, and Wonderful seemed like such a great version to do that. We even have a Chaplin nod of the great dictator when he takes the globe and he pulls it up. We also have like things that you think are one thing but aren't. With the brick, you think it's a brick, he hits his head and it's actually rubber. Ow. He pulls up his cane and it's on a magnet that sticks to the wall. Even this little train can feel like a big train, and so everything to him is a show.
Wonderful, they called me. And then the weeks progress. Then I get together with Christopher Scott, great choreographer. Christopher then takes me, says, look, I think we can make this dance out of, this is how you move from one little set piece to another, and we're gonna have to break this all up.
It's a huge collaboration. I'll tell you, the number was a very specific version until in my mind, and then Jeff came in and it really became a whole different number. We really got to build it together.
Here we go, rock and roll.
Felt it when
Where
you said
are
it.
we?
I was like,
yeah, we'll get to the stage at some point. Rock and roll.
A rich man's a thief or philanthropist. His woman an invader or no crusader.
I loved dancing with Jeff and Cynthia. It was wonderful.
As though they don't exist.
They call him wonderful.
So I am wonderful.
He is so wonderful. It's part of his name.
And then when I come in there,
And then as they're spinning, you don't wait for the wizard. Wizard's just gonna join in.
You get to be kids as adults, just like playing and being silly and figuring out things and problem solving all at once, and you know, all the comedic timing and catching small little moments.
Something that Jeff and I spoke about a lot on set was, you know, these characters have these darker sides to them. How can we protect them, you know?
You follow my train of thought?
The wizard he's dangerous. He's not a great guy. He's a bad guy. But Morrible, I think, is the most dangerous of them all.
The Wizard of Oz, he has no magic, he has only trinkets. He really isn't the mastermind of all this. But for Madame Morrible, she is.
Glinda doesn't think she's as wicked as she really is. I don't think she knows how extreme the lengths that she would go to hurt or kill. And yeah, we have some really intense scenes.
Missy, you may be fooling the rest of us.
When Michelle yells at me, she shook my eyeball with her force.
So just do what you do best. Smile. Wave.
It was truly, truly terrifying. My contact fell out of my eye.
Contact.
I'm sorry, all my contact came out.
I've really had a great time playing the nuances of, you know, pretending to be good and smiling. I felt like a politician, man. Oh, God.
And Michelle Yeoh, I didn't have much moments with her. She really doesn't have any dance moments, but there was one moment where she was creating a tornado. We started playing with like little hand gestures, and she'd make it her own.
Because I have these, Paul, thank you, Paul, these long sleeves, and we thought we have to utilize them because it's the perfect costume for it, and because it will be wind-blown and wind-swept. So I used it to my advantage, was because they had these big wings. It was so fitting for this scene.
We knew everything in Wicked for Good, the temperature had to be turned up, stakes had to be higher, and there's no higher stake than getting married.
Welcome to your wedding. Are you bridezilla this morning? No? You're
No,
okay?
I'm like nervous. I'm actually at a wedding and it's not me. Joking. It's beautiful.
There's nothing like a John Chu wedding, first of all. John Chu does wedding scenes better than anybody in the world. And the fact that I got to be a bride in a John Chu movie, that's a bucket list moment for sure.
Yes, we're your parents. Hello. Hello, darling. How are you?
My parents.
Nice to meet you. For sure we call you Linda. How do you
Yes, how do you feel about Lynn?
Lynn. Hi, Lynn. How you doing, darling?
Any wedding dress is really daunting to design because you know that there's going to be a lot of focus on it. The skirt is made of multiple layers of tulle and satin organza that allow it to float as she's walking down the aisle. There are butterflies that are swirling throughout the dress and concentrate at the hem and then kind of swirl around the skirt. And then it's topped off with a veil, a beautiful veil that has a tiara of crystallized butterflies over her head. And then this 25-foot long veil that trails behind her as she's coming through the Hall of Grandiosity.
I had my humongous long train, and they were doing that overhead shot of me walking down the aisle, and John comes up to me and he goes, "Don't move." And I go, okay, because there was all this foliage on the ground and all these weird, plants and stuff. So my train would get snagged on little, twigs and flowers and stuff. But I had to keep going and try my very best not to move.
She was literally walking and it was catching, and she was just so consummately professional, but I was crying with laughter.
The wedding feels weightless, and you have butterflies flying, and there are beautiful lens flares and this soft pink and yellow light, and you're intercutting with shots that are very similar between the wedding and the secret prison, where Elphaba realized she's just been tricked. And the secret prison, I think, is some of my favorite lighting in the whole movie. It just comes from one single source. It's through the door, and it bounces off the ground.
Run.
And that scene shows the two worlds in a very clear way.
Followed by the slow realization that a stampede of animals was coming to kill all of us.
That's crazy. And I can't work out what's more scary, actual bison and buffalo running towards you, or men who are in these weird sort of grey morph suits, sort of smiling as they go.
One more bird.
Every surface is a slide. Bronwyn smashed it, as we say.
Smashed it, and by smashed it, I mean my ribs.
Slid it.
Frank Baum's The Wizard of Oz is so full of familiar iconography and characters that are beloved
Ah, my heart.
There are many clues planted in film 1. So after audiences see film 2, they can go back to film 1 and go, oh, that's why Elphaba said that line.
No thanks. Get stuffed.
Bring water. As much as you can carry. Fiero essentially is shook entirely, like his core is shaken. What is awakening in him is his sense of morality and the importance of integrity. And he suddenly realizes that he is a part of the problem. But I think he's getting to the point where he can't mask in that way anymore.
For a while there, I thought you changed.
And so Fiero gets to be with Elphaba, finally, what we've been waiting for.
I have changed.
And Jonathan Bailey was just itching to get to that meet. And same with Cynthia, because it is complicated.
They fall for each other as people. They then fall for each other for everything. She only sees his heart, which is why they both see beauty in each other. And their situations end up being almost reversed.
So what are you doing now? I'm going into makeup. Winky Prince. The first time I met Frances, she showed me exactly what she had in mind, and I thought it was incredible. Cool, like the idea of burlap skin and literally being made of Hessian and being really elemental. I thought about stones as teeth and, you know, just like how grotesque could you make him? But actually, we realized that you want the image of Scarecrow to be a friendly, hurt and traumatized sort of face at the end. But yeah, it's a dream, isn't it, to play a character that's basically just a load of silicone.
Pass you almost be scared of the thing.
It's me, it's Johnny.
And that'll allow you to grab that.
Dressed as shredded
hand,
wheat.
And that'll allow the arm, and that'll allow Scarecrow to grab this.
They would follow the lines of the Hessian sort of sack to go right up to the eyelids and over the eyelids and over the lips as well.
I was going for like burlap and beyond coffee shape, and kept the goldness of his streak, but the colour of straw, and made a wig like that, just sewing into the hair.
I think all in all, about 4.5 hours to get into Scarecrow.
I wanted for his costume as the Scarecrow to be reflective of where he's come from. So we understand how his uniform has changed into the Scarecrow silhouette. And we custom wove all of this banding with straw and gold thread to create what would be kind of Scarecrow decoration. So you see elements of the same banding positioning, but it's been rendered in different material. His shirt turns to sackcloth. His boots kind of grow and curls up, which is reflective of the original illustrations from the Wonderful Wizard of Oz book.
You have to still see Johnny in there because he's gonna have a relationship with the witch. So we have to look at this person and recognize him, but connect him with the Scarecrow, but not make it look like a Halloween costume. And the camera had to be this close. So the pressure to pull that off was so much greater than just getting by. It had to be perfect for us to feel anything for these characters.
They are gonna miss me so much.
My parents don't even know I left. I think my entrance into the first movie is one of the like quintessential Tin Man leans. I'm Buck. I'm from Munchkin Land, which I just thought like these little angular and physical homages to where he's gonna end up were really fun to play with. But there's a specific kind of rage that is boiling in Bach. One of the things about playing Bach is that he starts from this place of love and really wanting to love everyone. It's a really sad thing, but that was the thing that I was trying to channel.
Whatever you say, Madam Governor.
When you become so singularly focused that you lose the world around you.
Nessa in film 2 is just so different from who I am.
I have been keeping a journal like throughout all of this. And obviously there's a time jump between the first and second movie, so
In my journal, I filled in a lot of those blanks, which has been immensely helpful. Now I'm here, and I'm evil.
People will say she's just like her sister.
This whole scene is very intense.
The growth is insane. To see her, like, not just as an actor, but Nessa grown up and mature.
Big girl. I'm a big girl now. Yay, thank you.
And flying.
Like,
imagining, not that you're flying, but the feeling of what that felt like that night.
it's Nessa floating in the air because she has power, not standing because she's fixed now. As somebody in a wheelchair, I think it's important for other wheelchair users also to be like, you don't have to be fixed. There's nothing wrong with you in the first place, but you can be powerful.
I have magic too.
Nessa, there's something I have to...
I attempt to do a spell in the Grimoire, and it goes sour.
There must be a love spell in here somewhere.
No, Nessa, it's dangerous.
What is she doing?
She mispronounces the words because she can't read it. She has no real magic.
You're pronouncing the words all wrong.
But it sets in motion a dark, black kind of spell.
Donning the Tin Man was both daunting and just kind of fun.
Made this occur. So for once, I'm glad I'm heartless. I'll be heartless killing her.
Mark Coulier designed these unbelievable prosthetics that are just like stunning. And they move with my face. So I put it on and I'm wearing this suit, but I look in the mirror and I kind of see myself, but I really see the Tin Man.
It's unbelievable. It's
wild,
really
yeah.
crazy. You're the Tin Man.
Yeah.
Look at Ethan. Look how amazing you are.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ethan.
Are you not met?
No, not
Ethan plays
yet.
Vic.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And I feel really grateful for the design, which just I feel like did so much of the work for me. I had to learn how to move differently.
Hey guys.
Bach suddenly has a new body. Bach suddenly has new joints and a new voice, kind of. Everything about him has changed, and he has to learn how to deal with that.
Today it only took about 3.5 hours. They glued down my sideburns and all my Bach hair is underneath a wig cap and then we just put it on piece by piece. It's really incredible. They melt away the silicone to fuse pieces together. It's beautiful. Hey everyone. Just be natural. Just be natural.
Nothing to see here.
Talk like a normal human being. This is the little chamber for my heart, or where they removed it.
It would be nice if it, and I wonder when he gets that fire, he gets it if he wherever you are, wipe the hands.
And unfortunately, he's vulnerable to how pain changes the community that he finds acceptance in. And he ends up finding it in a mob of people filled with hate.
Hi, Yuka. Nice to meet you. This is Oscar. Hi, Oscar. Oh, love you and love me.
Intellectually, I understood how exciting it would be to have the Tin Man, to have the Scarecrow, to have Dorothy, to have Toto.
All right, very good. Let's get a quiet.
I did not understand emotionally how it would feel until you have the Yellow Brick Road in front of you and you're shooting a movie. We had to do it justice.
It was such a surreal thing to work on the Yellow Brick Road every single day. We spent many, many long days and long rehearsals in these spaces. It really started to feel like a home for me. But I think one of my favorite scenes in Wicked for Good is the fight scene on the Yellow Brick Road.
We're ridiculous together. We giggle a lot. We do a lot of silly things.
I think it's one of the most important scenes because everything comes to a head. We finally say the things that have been bubbling under for who knows how long, and it gets physical.
It was making it fun, not making it like they kind of actually wanted to kill each other.
Please.
Ari was great. I mean, she loved it. She was throwing herself around. Another really strong lady. Cynthia as well, absolutely brilliant stunt woman. How they would just do all this in heels. Like I say, it was just an extension of their feet.
Yeah, I tackled Cynthia Erivo. I did. It was so much fun. We had the best day ever. We laughed so hard. And my baton, I did for a long time. And my elbow was locked for 3 years after that.
What are you doing?
You want to fight? Let's fight then! Come on! Let's go!
Oh my goodness. Tell me. It's just so funny, the whole thing. I just saw it in my head.
Now, when you fly, just exit. We'll just have you go over there. It was very clear when we separated the two movies that Wicked for Good was missing pieces to fully tell the story of these two women and their struggle to come back together. The best thing about making a musical is we have tools that other movies don't have.
It's hard to think of Wicked without thinking of its music. Originally written and conceived by Stephen Schwartz for the stage production, those songs have been beloved and embraced by generations now of kids and grown-ups of all ages. So bringing that music to these films meant that we had to be true to the original and yet interpret and elaborate the music in a way that it would feel cinematic. And so with Stephen Schwartz at the helm and a fantastic team alongside, we've brought that music to life.
There are two brand new songs, and one of them is for the character of Elphaba, and one of them is for the character of Glinda. And both of them are moments that if we'd had time in the show, we probably would have wanted to expand like this.
What a big sort of duty to have those words placed in Elphaba's mouth. There's no place like home. And I think it's a wonderful ode to staying in a place even when it doesn't necessarily treat you the way you want it to, and still having love for a space that doesn't necessarily hold you with love.
So we're about to shoot the first shot where she sings this original song here in Oz on the Olympic Road. And it's a really beautiful moment. So here we go. We'll see how we go.
If we keep on repeating, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
It was brand new. Stephen had just written it, and it had gone through very different permutations. We had probably 3 different versions of the song. Each of these moments is so emotional. So as we were, building each section, Cynthia was able to really, bring so much of her incredible musicianship to it. So, she really found some beautiful things with the phrasing and the way she sings it.
Why should a land have so much meaning when dark times befall? It's only land made of dirt and rock and loam.
I love it when we're sort of because we're here too, and the roots are such a part of you. Like I wouldn't be afraid of looking at them or touching them. I just wouldn't be afraid of all that. This is sort of like the road separates it, but like go ahead and look, because right now you're sort of looking up a lot, and I feel like it's okay to be down here.
There's no place like home if we just keep fighting.
But I think in the end she realizes that actually the best way to help where she lives, the best way to help a place that she loves, is actually to remove herself from it and find another way.
we're doing Girl in the Bubble, which is Galinda's new song. It is such an important moment for Glinda that definitely happens in the stage version, but we just don't get to see it. Like, I feel like it happens in the wings, and we see her right before she makes this decision to change, and we see her right after. But getting to see it and let her explain it and kind of feel it and then make the decision is such a gift, I think.
It's the moment where Glinda, who has made for herself this wonderful life of being famous and adored and riding around in this bubble and being insulated from any kind of bad things that are happening, finally has to confront the moral consequences of that.
To get that moment behind closed doors with her, to see the humanness and the vulnerability and kind of see her try to pull it together and then realize, no, these feelings should be heard and should be listened to, and they're telling me something, and they're telling me that something has to change.
And that second shot then will take us all the way to looking up, blissfully floating above.
The idea is that every time she's looking at her reflection, we actually go into the mirror itself and go into a portal of the other side of the mirror, and then we come out of it. So we never lose her face, because it's a very personal song. We never want to cut away from her face. So by the end, when she actually confronts her reflection in the actual bubble, she's ready to let that image go.
I think, if that feels right.
So everything had to come together at the same time. The emotional piece, the vocal piece, the camera piece, the stepping in the right place at the right time, because it had to match the mirrored side with the bubble, and there were so many moving parts of this number, but it's really special. And you get to see so many new dimensions of her. And you get to see that there's a really truthful, honest person with a beating heart there. And I think that's such a privilege to be able to play a character that has the full range of what it means to be a human. I definitely know what it is like to try my very best to kind of just shut out the noise and pull it together to continue. And I think that's what Glinda's magic power for a long time is just, you know, covering up. But then by the end of it, she is able to heal her relationship to as much of it as she can, and then continue being Glinda the Good, actually good this time, for real. I feel like we're healing together. I'm learning a lot from her. She's helping me a lot. Isn't it high time for her bubble to pop?
One of our guiding principles from the very beginnings, which is what they learned in the show, is it's about the girls, stupid. In the end, it's as intimate as a story between these two women and how they come together. It is a love story, ultimately.
I think we can experiment a little bit more with some swelling moves out here. I think we got a great clean one. Let's go a little swellier, especially when they come up to this.
For Good is probably the most personal song for me, because that's the song I listen to probably the most of all the songs before ever being attached to this. I think there's no song in the world that speaks to saying goodbye to a close person or to a close relationship.
In itself is one of those moments that we both loved to do, and it took, you know, our hearts were breaking. I think it's the first time I get to say to her, I love you.
And I'm so thankful for the pieces of me that are gonna hold you forever, you know, and the pieces of me that are gonna remind me of you forever. Oh my God, it's happening again. Wicked 2, guys. We said less crying this time. No, I'm fine. I'm fine, I'm good.
When you need space to do it and complete it before your line, tell me. And then when you want it to like be happening on the line, tell me.
And there's just something about that scene. It's so intimate. I was so proud of us for wanting to go there, to wanting to be that intimate.
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like the ship as it passes by a wind of the sea.
The world of Oz will never know that they are indeed the best of friends, that they have rekindled their bond, devoted in such a singular, beautiful way. But the audience who sees the film will understand that their relationship can never be torn asunder, can never be divided, but it is a secret.
We actually didn't screen test together. The first time we sang together was at John's house, and we sat around the piano. Stephen Schwartz accompanied us himself.
It was the first time hearing their voice together. They never auditioned together. And it was the perfect foot to start this movie on.
The big thrill of being on Earth, this lucky thing for all of us, is that we're connected to each other, and other people are the big attraction here, really. And the quality of those relationships can transform your life.
And you just have to hang up your prosthetics and just say, I did the best I could do, and just know that everyone around you has given their best as well.
I needed to know her, and I think I needed to learn from her, and I think that the things that make us
Watch your backs,
similar.
guys. There's a large falling coming through with a light on it.
I'm gonna miss that.
Please be careful.
I'm gonna miss Jack. But I don't know, I just feel like I am so grateful, and she changed me forever for good.
I think I'm really lucky. I think I got to do a project where I fell in love with a lot of people, and I'm really grateful for that. This one's going to be hard to top.
I thought a lot about my job as a director, and part of that I realized was I just had to have a vision for people. I have to every day give us something to reach for.
Not bad, everybody.
Something specific so that all their work can go towards some sort of goal and we can get there together. So I'm very proud.
It's real out here.
I'm proud of the people who decided to believe in the same things that I believed in this story.
You're so beautiful.
From the actors to each of our crew members, everyone cared about these characters. Nobody was on their own agenda.
Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because